Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Manakalenka, I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be talking about Mars's transit into the sign of Sagittarius. From a long time, Mars was in Rahu Ketu axis, and now it's going to get relieved and is going to be in Sagittarius sign ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is in dignity, but this is unsettled kind of an energy. Why? Because to start with, Mars is going to be in the Gandanta. From the watery zone, it's going to be entering the fiery zone. This is happening from the 16th of January till the 26th of February. And two most important things which are happening are that Venus is in retrogression and Mars is going to be at war with Venus for a long time. First in Sagittarius sign, and then to move further on in Capricorn, they'll be fighting with each other. So when two energies like these are opposite energies as it is are going to be at war, so this will impact many areas of life. Mars is the warrior, a very aggressive planet. So it brings about the natural disasters, and Venus is beauty. So whenever Mars and Venus are together, there is a loss of beauty. So beauty is also refinement. So we all have to be very careful. There are certain goals that we have to be really realistic about. And let me first tell you when they are at war. From the 11th of February till the 18th of March, they're going to be at war. Till the 26th of February, they're going to be at war in Sagittarius sign, and then it moves further on in Capricorn sign. Though Saturn is there to pacify these two planets, but yeah. 4th to the 9th of February is a very precarious time as well, because Mars and Ketu will be in the Navamsa together, Navamsa of Leo. They're going to be together there, and that's a very volatile kind of an energy. And I always say that whenever Mars is with Rahu or Ketu, there are certain natural disasters we have to see, we witness. And this can cause a lot of conflict with the authorities also. It can lead to some unrest in society, in the political settings as well. So you have to optimize or over optimize your financials, your relations during this time. You might just not like the routine that you're caught up in. You can be in Sagittarius sign when Mars is in, that you can become very wanderlust. You can be infatuated. The lust increases with this Venus and Mars combination. Then we have a lot of indulgence in the social media, starting new relationship projects, all that you have to be very careful about. Especially, you might just abandon those projects. So you be prepared about that, because, you should not leave anything unfinished. And you can be feeling very intellectual, creative, expansion oriented, philosophical also. The warrior is going towards the Gandanta zone to start with. So it's an unsettling energy as well at the same time. And it's best to watch watch out for your, accidents and all. You're prone to accidents as well. You have to be more self-disciplined. You have to drive safely. You have to be very focused on your goals and your skills, enhance your skills during this time, because this is the time when the expansive sign, that is the adventurous sign of Sagittarius, getting very highly active. Two fiery energies are coming together. It's a fiery sign, and also the fiery planet being there. Venus is also a fiery planet. It's a boiling water. There can be some frictions, there are some problems with your own belief system. Something that you can, help yourself is that start expressing yourself in a positive manner. The dates of the Navamsa movements of Venus and Mars, these are the dates when you can feel a little uneasy, depending on your personal sign. Venus and Mars are going to be together in the sign of Virgo from the 9th to the 12th, because before that, Mars and Ketu will be together. So 9 to 12 in Virgo, 12 to 18 in Libra, 18 to 22nd in Scorpio, and 22nd to 26th in Sagittarius sign. So these are to be checked from your Sagittarius sign, where these houses are and how they are, impacting you personally. That's how you should check. So let me start sharing the screen and show you how the transit looks like. For Aries natives, this transit happens over your 9th house. We do have Venus conjunction. Venus is retrograde also. And Mars is to start with in Gandanta zone as well. So you have to be really watchful about your needs, your thought process. Don't make any kind of major decisions related to your adventure, your travels. You can be a little restless during this time. You have to enhance your skills. That is something which will help you eradicate the negatives in your relationship also. Negative potentials include being excessively opinionated or getting easily fired up, differences in the in your mindset with the people around you. That is quite likely. This Navamsa movements to start with is going to be with the Mars and Ketu combination happening in the Leo sign. So your Leo sign is your 5th house. So you have to be careful from the 4th to the 9th with your colleagues, in your romance, and also with your children. Take care of your health as well. Do not fall prey to the external forces, what they are doing to you. They will cause some area of worry. And this is like 9 places away from here. So this will definitely cause some anxiety to your father as well. From 12th, from 9th to the 12th, Virgo sign, we have Venus and in the Navamsa, which is, 10 houses away from your Venus and Mars. So this will bring about some unrest at the place of work. So you be prepared for that. But there can be that you start something new. There is a good job offer that you get and you're going to be opting for this. So this 9 to 12 period is good. From 12 to 18th, you have to be careful in your relationship. 18 to 22nd, there can be some accident, fall. Be careful about that. Some health issues you can have as well. But definitely your anxiety levels are going to decrease and you're going to be starting something new also during this time, which is positive and moving ahead. 18th, 22nd to 26th is the time when you will start exploring the realms which you haven't. You're going to be getting very good ideas during this time. You're going to be starting something new, travels on cards. Some really good relationship also is possible. Some new subjects you're going to be simplifying and understanding as well. So make a note of the dates. And the best remedy that I can give you is do the Hanuman Chalisa. That's for one and all. Actually, that's the remedy, which is a very simple remedy, and it's going to help you also. And Pisces sign is afflicted by Saturn, Mars, Ketu aspect. So travels you should avoid. It's not considered to be a good phase for making any kind of decisions related to your purchase or sale of property also. Avoid. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. For Taurus natives, Mars is going to be to start with in Gandanta zone. So a little unsettled kind of an energy towards the 8th house. Transformational changes can happen in the 8th house zone. You might get very sexually agile, charged up. Negative expression of this energy is that you have ego conflicts. You have some property matters that you have to solve. You're not getting the money that you have from the people around you. It's all stuck. There can be some conflicts with the partners also. Occasionally, you will be having some kind of disturbances, mental agony you can go through. But the best is to interact with people, come out of that zone of introvertedness. You will be much better off if you have a lot of communications also. Do not have any kind of agitation. From 4th to the 9th is the time when you will have some complications at home front. You can have a fight with your mother also. So be careful. These are all forewarning dates. So just make a note. Rest of the dates are pretty good. From the 9th to the 12th, you can have conflict or some complications related to your children. You have to be extra careful about your decisions in your romance. Maybe you come across somebody and then, that there is a repeated kind of a thing, which there's arguments and there is something which leads to a breakup also. So be careful. Don't make decisions between 9th to the 12th of February. So, but yes, to start with, you have to be a little careful about your, ego and your anger and your possessions. You will be worried about that. Then you have on the 12th to the 18th of February, you can have some kind of health issues related to your feet, your bones. You feel tired, or maybe you get connected with some female counterpart at the place of work also. You're going to be having good relation with your partner at that time, those days. That's a good time. 18th to 22nd will be the time when you will have complications on the home front. Some arguments can come up. So you have to tame those energies as well. Maybe some negative impact it will have on your relationship. So you work through that. Be careful. 22nd to the 26th is the time when you will feel the transformational energies even more. Some conflicts can come up. If you have joint properties, you should not make any decisions during this time, signing of agreement or anything. Avoid. Travels should be avoided during this time as well. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. For Gemini natives, this transit happens over your 7th house, and there's a conjunction war between Venus and Mars. And Mars, to start with, is in Gandanta zone. Also, it's a transition from the 6th to the 7th house. So maybe some new romance, new association is going to start. You become very aggressive when 7th house gets active in your partnership or in your relationship. You're very vivacious, you're very dynamic. There is a lot of energy, some volatile energy also. At the same time, there is a sexually agile energy as well that you'll be feeling. So from the 4th to the 9th is a little tough time, because Ketu and Mars will be together in the Leo Navamsa. So too much of fiery energy in the Leo sign. So something can happen between you, your siblings, neighborhood. Be careful. From 4th to the 9th of February, take care. Otherwise, it's not a bad transit overall. But the dates I'm giving you, you have to be a little extra careful about. Overall, it is going to give you some conflict with your partner in your relationship. So you have to figure that out. You have to work through those energies as well during this transit. And 9th to the 12th, you will have some energy at the home front. You might just change your place. You might just want to sign some agreements related to your real estate issues you have been working through from a long time. You will get some relief. You will get some clarity also. 12th to the 18th is the time when you will have a new romance, new partner coming into your life, or they can be that you part ways with your previous partner. So make sure that you do not get carried away and break up, part ways without thinking, no logical reason, and then you regret later. So do not make any such decisions during this time. The best is to connect with your children, if at all you have not from a long time. This is the time you can have some ego clashes with your co-workers also. So maintain that cordiality. 18th to 22nd is not a good phase for your health. You will have health issues, from time to time during this time, like during these days, good for surgical process though. You can get relief. So if you have to decide about your parental property or something, you can decide right now during 18th to 22nd. 22nd to 26th is the time when you will have a lot of agility. You will feel quite charged up in relationships. Some resolutions, some reconciliation will happen between you and your partner, or you will start some new relationship or new partnership business as well. So this is what is this transit about. Do the Hanuman Chalisa, do the chants of Hanuman Om Hanumante Nama. Do that. It is going to be helpful. You can combat any kind of situation when you chant. Okay. Coming to the Cancer sign. For Cancer native, this transit is happening over your 6th house. Venus and Mars are going to be in this zone at war also. And there is a transitional energy, that is the Gandanta energy also to start with when Mars enters this sign. So too much of fiery energy. So at the place of work, you will have to speed up things. You might just, be looking at a lot of work coming your way and you have to finish things up. You will be having a lot of time to yourself in completing those tasks, but at the same time, you have to be very harmonious and synchronize whatever you have in hand. You will be feeling quite agitated also, angry, restless at times. There is a lot of energy. So the best vent is workout. do rigorous exercises. If you are into sports, this is a very good transit. It's a positive transit for you. And make a note of the dates that I'm sharing with you. You have to maintain your peace and calmness during this time, these days especially. Especially on the 4th to the 9th of February, there is a close conjunction of Ketu and Mars in the Navamsa. So this will, in Leo sign, so this will give you some complications related to your work, related to your financials. You might make wrong decisions. You pick up that job which you were not supposed to and then regret later. So do not at any cost pick 4th to the 9th to join. Okay. In case you have to make a decision also, just don't do it between 4th to the 9th of February. Not a good time. Also, there is a lot of volatile energy related to your family. You are going to be having ego clashes during this time. Make sure that you do not fall prey to that. And at the place of work, especially, you have to be really careful. You feel quite detached, maybe, you don't want to talk to people. You have and that happens only when you are not able to perform your duty well. So do your bit and then don't bother about what happens, what are the results. From 9th to the 12th, this is the time when you will have some complications with your relationship with your partner, with your siblings, with your neighbors. Also, there is a lot of communication or some misunderstanding which can happen because of the communications. Don't socialize much on the social media. There can be something that you have to go through. It's about 12th to the 18th. I'm talking about of next month. 18th to the 22nd of next month, that is February, is a little precarious time again, when you will feel quite detached with your partner in the romance. You don't feel up to it, or maybe there is some coldness or some fight that happens. Ego clashes are there. So you have to just work through those areas and do not get too nitpicky in your relationship, too fussy about things, and just flow with the flow. 22nd to the 26th is the time when you will have a lot of energy to work, you will have a lot of workload, and you feel quite detached from your jobs that you have to do. Be more disciplined, be more careful when you are working. You can go a little haywire, you can go a little wrong here and there when it comes to your decision making. Workout, that's the key for you. That's your remedy. Okay, because you are an emotional sign, and the vent is to take care of your emotional bent of mind by working out. The vent is required. Coming to Leo sign, for Leo natives, this transit is happening over your 5th house, and this is the time when you will be having a lot of energy and self-discipline also. Creative bent of mind to start something new, excessively romantic. Also, you can be very strongly inclined to sports, work and play together, the pleasure, inclination towards initiation of romance. Also, you come across somebody and you are quite inclined to move on with that relationship quite likely. I'm giving you certain dates that you have to be careful about for the next month. This month is not that problematic with this Mars and Venus conjunction, but when they are at war, that's the time when they are getting conjunct in Navamsa also. Whenever the planets are in that vicinity of 1 degree, they are conjunct in the divisional charts as well. So when on the 4th to the 9th of February, Mars and Ketu are going to be together in the Leo Navamsa. So that is your first house Navamsa. So you might get very irritated that time. Be careful while driving. Don't talk anything which hurts others. You can be very piercing kinds. You have to be careful about your own health as well, your mental setup. You can go aggressive and wild. So take care of those energies from 4th to the 9th of February. From 9th to the 12th of February is the time when you will have some decisions to make regarding your financials. Maybe you will have a lot of expenditures that time, especially 9th to the 12th. So you have to be careful about making decisions regarding your financials. Do not go overboard at the place of work. Do not make any hasty decision during this time about your financials, about your job, especially. And there can be somebody in the family who can fall sick also. So take care. Some dental treatment you can have, and take care of your speech. Don't eat anything outside, so that you are, well protected. From the 12th to the 18th is the time when you will connect with your siblings, your partner, your peers, and you will take their advice also. And you will be quite imaginative. But there can be some problems and complications with the people if you're on the social media. There can be that there is some misunderstanding, lack of understanding. So be careful. That's why these videos are heads up so that you're well prepared. I'm talking about the next month. The overview I've given you already. 18th to 22nd is the time when you will have a lot of aggression. At the place of work also, at home front also, there will be lack of cordiality, lack of understanding. You will feel quite, low on energy. Rest of the time, rest of the days are very good. Utilize them in case you have to make decisions regarding your real estate issues. You can do that. You have to buy, sell property. You have to travel. All that you can, but avoid these dates. Okay. From the 22nd to the 26th is the time when you will connect with somebody, the potential partner you're waiting for. Or you will connect with your children, you're playful, you're cheerful, you want to unwind, you're lustful, you're full of creative energy within you. Utilize that time. It's double the impact of Mars and Venus. So this will be giving minus, minus, plus impact. So you will feel quite energetic during this time, and you will maybe be also planning your travels, your competition, whatever, you have to do regarding your, purchase or sale of vehicle, or whatever, you have already got in your mind. You will be going ahead with it. All those ideas that you have, you will be implementing. So definitely positive. Coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. So for Virgo natives, Mars is going to be transiting your fourth house zone. And this is the zone where Mars is not comfortable. Venus is Digbali, and they're going to be conjunct together. And this is also the house of instincts. So you become very defensive and protective about your own people when Mars is in the fourth house. You get very much into your family, your home environment. You're protective, and you want to maybe, make changes in other people because of your presence. So you can be very dominating also. There can be some disputes that you can get entrapped in. So be careful. Venus is already there. Take care of your mother's health as well with Mars and Venus combination. And they're going to be in close vicinity as well. I'll be giving you a few dates, what can happen on these days, some potentially. So be careful about that. Make decisions wisely. Be careful. Heads up. Okay. So when Mars and Ketu are in Navamsa getting conjunct from the 4th of February till the 9th of February, that's the time in the Leo Navamsa they get active. So do not plan any kind of travels during these these 5 days. This is not favorable. You can have some complications related to inheritances, your partnership deed. There can be some detaching energies. You're shifting out from the place you live, or you're planning for a shift. So all that is giving you disturbances. So plan everything well. So from the 9th to the 12th is the time when you will have a lot of focus on yourself, on your grooming, on your looks. If at all you're not, then you should plan in case you have to plan a wedding, or meeting some potential partner. Quite likely during that time you date somebody. So all that is quite possible from the 9th to the 12th. Avoid getting agitated, angry, argumentative during these dates. 12th to 18th is the time when you can be a little flamboyant and you want to show off. You have this kind of a wealth and you want to just be in limelight, and that can lead to negatives also, of course, depletion of financials. Be careful about all those energies, and do not at any cost get involved in any arguments with the people who are going to pull you down, maybe at the place of work, or maybe at the home front. While traveling, you're discussing things which lead to some arguments. Avoid. Don't eat outside food also during these days from the 9th to the 12th. This can lead to some digestive issues. Some female counterpart might just come into your life and might just lead to expenditure time. So maybe you're gifting somebody something. From the 18th to the 22nd, we have to be really cautiously communicating with people. This is the time when you can have complications with your siblings. Your own siblings might shift out from there, and you're very emotional. There can be that you are going to get involved in a relationship and you are not getting that click. So you are feeling quite low on energy. Be careful when you're on the social media. You can converse something, you can be betrayed, or something is revealed which leads to your low on energy. So be careful when you're conversing with somebody on the social media, you're posting something. So be careful, restrict yourself during especially 18th to 22nd of February. Avoid. From 22nd to the 26th February is the time when you will be feeling quite charged up and you want to touch your base, you want to be with your family, you touch roots, you go back to your childhood days, you meet somebody during this time, you sail you're on the verge of selling of your property, buying something, change of job, all those things you're contemplating, either or. Anything can trigger up. So this is the time when you should be actually focused on, maintaining that cool and not getting into any kind of disputes, arguments. Do not have any kind of encounters where you lose to the opposition. So the best is don't get into any kind of arguments and encounters, right? Pray to Lord Hanuman. That is the best remedy I can give you. Visit Hanuman temple. That is also very, very good remedy. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that's Libra. For Libra natives, this transit of Mars is happening in your third house. This is a Gandanta time to start with, and then Venus and Mars combination in the third house as well. So here you might be inclined to scatter your energies and, not feeling to channelize. Your ideas are there, but you're not able to focus on the ideas well. You're not able to implement them well. So you have to be very careful and assertive and not self-centric. You can be provocative. You can be very provocative in your communication. You have to change your style of discussions during this time. You have to change your personality, how you identify people, how you converse with people. You have to be very cautious about your conversation with the people around you. You can be maybe, if you are into engineering, if you are an engineer, or if you are in the marketing, so you have to be careful about your communication during this time at the place of work, especially. Now, I'm giving you some dates when there is a combination of planets in the Navamsa. So this will lead to some complications. So you have to be very careful. You don't have to make decisions related to those areas, okay? To start with, 4th to the 9th of February, there is a combination, close conjunction of Ketu and Mars in Navamsa, okay, in Leo sign. So that's the time when you will have some complications with your friends, with the circle you move around in. If you've joined an NGO, then there can be complications there. Maybe some paperwork goes haywire. Your creative energies are pretty they go wasted. So you have to be really careful when there is a combination in your 11th house happening in the Navamsa, that's Leo Navamsa, from the 4th to the 9th of February. Do not get carried away and take wrong advice on your investments also. Initiation of romance is a big no-no. Maybe you will, but you will break up. It is a short-lived kind of a relationship, so be careful. Otherwise, you are having a lot of energy, a lot of agility. You can be very sexually charged up during this time. From the 9th to the 12th of February, there can be some travel plans already on your mind. You're going to be having a lot of seclusion. You're traveling, so you're leaving your motherland and going, or maybe your people around you, some relative is going and you're feeling quite low on energy. You're feeling that restlessness, uneasiness is felt. Your maybe siblings are leaving you and going and you're feeling very low. So that is from the 9th to the 12th. From 12th to the 18th is the time when you will groom yourself up. You will feel quite agile. You will feel quite sexually charged up. You should work on yourself, but you have to tame your anger and argumentative nature of yours. You don't have to get involved. See, you are a very harmonious sign. And when Mars goes there, in Libra, what happens? It triggers up relationship. It triggers up a lot of agility in you. You become sexually charged up, and you become you're not those aggressive kinds, but suddenly you become very aggressive. You're not toning down yourself. So that is from the 12th to the 18th of February. From 18th to the 22nd, you have to be very careful in your expenditures. You have to take care of your mouth region, dental region, ears. You can go very harsh in your speech, and you can really, spoil others' mood also. So be careful about that. And don't eat outside food. This is not the time. You can have some digestive problem. Lastly, from the 22nd to the 26th, there is some kind of confusion on the social media, some goof up, some communication gap. So be careful from that period to that period, like from 22nd to the 26th of February. There can be some female counterpart who can come and, blame you for not doing things, or there is something which can cause defamation also. Support from your siblings and your neighbors. So utilize it. It's going to be really positive. The best is to do the Hanuman Chalisa, chant Hanuman's mantras. They're really going to help. They are not having any side impact. So they will definitely help you through with this transit of Mars in your third house. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Scorpio. For Scorpio natives, this transit of Mars and Venus is happening over your second house. So this is the energy where you will be disposing a lot of money, wasting a lot of money. And the best is to make the use of the time that you have. Okay, whatever time you have in hand, make the best use of. In case you're stepping to some other projects, look at it in a very cautious manner. Do not go in for blind, expenses. It's the eighth house from the seventh. So the Lord of the seventh is in the second house. So this means which is the eighth house from there. So there is some health issues to your partner. There can be some possession loss also. Be careful. There can be some theft while traveling. Be careful about that. And do not at any cost be overspendthrift in impulse. You can be very, very impulsive, and you can be an impulsive buyer. Be careful. Especially for the female counterparts, you have to be very careful. Now, I'm giving you some dates wherein you have to be very careful about making decisions regarding that particular zone I'm talking about. Rest of the dates are fine. You can just go ahead with it. No worries. But these are the dates you have to be cautious about. These are all in the next month of February from 4th to the 9th. There is a combination, a conjunction, close conjunction of Ketu and Mars in Leo, Navamsa. So Leo is your 10th house. So you have to be extra cautious at the place of work. You have to give me the feedback in the comment section also with the dates, how it matched up. Maybe, there can be some misunderstanding at the place of work, some detaching energies at the place of work, or you are unable to complete the task you are assigned, or they can be that you have a misunderstanding coming up, cropping up with the female counterparts at the place of work. So you have to be well prepared for all this, well cautioned. Do not get carried away. Maintain your cool, maintain peace. Note these dates down, much way ahead I'm giving you, way, way, way ahead. 9th to the 12th, we have on the next February month. This is the time when you can have somebody coming into your life. Maybe you're partying, you're going to be, you're in a get together and you come across somebody, a potential partner. There can be some wrong advice you take and you make investments and then you just fall on your face. You regret later. So do not get carried away in your investments during this time. It can also lead to some competitive exams that you have to sit for, and you're going to be studying and you're going to be investing a lot of time and money in that particular area. So you can plan all that as well. 12th to the 18th is the time when you will be traveling. You will be making some kind of decisions related to your financials also. There can be that your partner, you're leaving and moving away from, or there is a separation going on. There's a litigation that can happen. So plan everything accordingly. Do not get carried away and make hasty decisions or in impulse. You're feeling quite isolated, lonely during these dates, or 12th to the 18th. So just that me time that you need, spend that for yourself. Spend that on yourself. Maybe you're doing some work, you're doing some presentation, you're preparing for it. So all that is also quite likely. From the 18th to the 22nd, This is the time you have to be really careful about your health, your mental setup. You can be a little more aggressive, impulsive, and you can make wrong decisions and wrong choices during this time and there can be a lot of conflicts that you have to come across and can do. So be careful about your money making projects also, and be careful about your issues of ownership. During this time, there is a probability of splitting from your partner relationship also, partnership business. So be careful about 18th to the 22nd of February. Lastly, from 22nd to the 26th is the time that you have to save money. Do not eat outside food. Again, same thing. So you have to be cautiously, communicating. Be careful when you're on the social media. Don't utter anything which can harm or hurt others' feelings. Be careful about that. Okay. Do the Hanuman chants, do the Hanuman Chalisa to eradicate all the negatives. Everything can be taken care of if you're chanting it well and listening it well. Okay. So coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. For Sagittarius natives, this transit is happening over your first house. Venus and Mars are conjunct together. So you become very assertive and you have a lot of expectation in your relationship. So you are going to be definitely initiating a romance, a new relationship. You're going to be very agile. You're going to be very enthusiastic about things. You're maybe, you're going to be and very enterprising because this is the first house energy. And to start with, Mars will be in Gandanta zone though. So don't make any decisions regarding your financials and your new things, whatever you're going to be getting into, the new ventures. You can be very pushy at times. So avoid. You can be very physically the vitality is there. You can be very assertive. You can be very inclined to relationship and love affairs. So that's something which is positive, of course. The negative is that you can be very impulsive when Mars is transiting your first house. Fiery sign, fiery planet with Venus. Venus is also fiery energy. So you have to be really careful about your whole process. Don't spoil things. Just try to be more, where you can leave good impressions on others. Okay. Now I'm giving you a few dates you have to be cautious about. To start with, and the dates are for the next month, February month I'm talking about. So when I'm making this video, it's obviously January, but in February you can have troubles. So 4th to the 9th of February, we have a close conjunction of Ketu and Mars in Navamsa of Leo. So these 5 days, you have to be really careful about your communication with people, your travels, avoid. If you're driving, you be careful about that as well. Do not buy anything during this time for your father. Maybe, you buy and then you have to replace, or maybe it's not required later. So be careful when you have to make any such decisions. Property related matters you should not get involved in during this time. Especially 4-5 days. Don't sign any documents, don't travel, don't discuss things with others. Keep it to yourself. Okay. From 9th to the 12th is the time when you will have a lot of connectivity issues with the people around you at the place of work. You're being judged. You're doing everything meticulously, but you're not getting that kind of recognition. So you're quite irritated. You're jammed. So that is something which is happening from the 9th to the 12th. Some co-worker might just complain or backstab you. So be careful. From 12th to the 18th is the time when you will come across some potential partner, but they can be a temporary thing. Maybe it's just the lust, and then, you get over with it after, one night stand, maybe, so you have to be obviously prepared for it, or I can say that, you can have all these kinds of things coming your way from the 12th to the 18th of February. Do not get involved in any kind of investments which can lead to some, losses in the future. So be careful when you're planning everything. Don't take your friends' advice. That's not going to be positive. From 18th to the 22nd of February, this can lead to some onward journeys. You're planning foreign trips, or there can be that you get in touch with, you're collaborating with the foreigners, or you're collaborating with some new clients from overseas. This can be an online thing, but you are getting involved in something, which is like, so you're going solo. You want to seclude yourself from the public, and be careful about your mental thought process. You can have lack of sleep, you're overworking, and that research oriented mindset might just come up. You're having a lot of ideas, you're writing everything, you're thinking of taking a leap, So this is definitely going to be very positive time for these reasons. But yes, it can lead to a lot of expenses, and that can lead to a lot of depletion of financials also. You can be hospitalized, or somebody from your family can be hospitalized. It's seclusion energy. It's obviously the time when you can have some complications within. Okay. But lastly, on the 22nd, from 22nd February to the 26th February is a very good time to groom yourself, to look good, but you have to be careful about your impulsive actions that you take. So be careful when you're on the social media, when you're discussing things with people. Don't expect too much. There can be that, you have a lot of clashes during this time with people. People misunderstand you also, especially the female counterparts. You might just initiate a romance, and which is going to be definitely last for a long time. So coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. For Capricorn natives, this transit is happening over your 12th house. Mars and Venus together is the combination of 1, 2, 7, and 8. So this is like, going to be bringing about a lot of energies towards setting your goals. You're research oriented, you're channelizing your energies towards your private matters. Maybe you're going to be actually doing things. You're writing a book, you're writing something, or you're experiencing insomnia. You're not able to sleep with Mars in your 12th house, and with Venus. Venus is happy here, but it's in retrogression, so that can lead to some complications as well in your relationship. But I think that time Venus will be direct when these dates are approaching. So you have any kind of experience related to your patterns you have to work through. So you have to depend on your intuition. Don't fall prey to your the concepts which are already existing. Just don't fall prey, just don't follow them blindly. That gut feeling, you have to depend on that. You may experience something like something new, something different. So, and take care of your health, though. You have to be very careful in planning your career. In your decisions related to your real estate might just backfire. So do not get entrapped in those decisions in impulse. Okay. Now I'm giving you a few dates wherein you can have some complications. So rest of the dates are positive. So whatever you have to do, you can on the rest of the dates. Especially on the 4th to the 9th, there is a conjunction of Ketu and Mars in the Navamsa of Leo. 4th to the 9th of February, you have to be careful about your health. Drive carefully, drive safely. There can be a lot of transformation happening. There's a lot of juggling happening, churning happening within you during this time. Or maybe you're very fickle-minded to make decisions, or there is some kind of external forces who are just trying to pull you down, backstabbing you at the place of work. You're not able to make right kind of choices, right kind of decisions regarding your financials also. So be careful, especially 4th to the 9th of February. Okay. Then you have from the 9th to the 12th is the time when you will have some arrangements which are going to be, coming your way, related to new things, new skills, enhancing your education, studies, all that you're going to be doing during this time of from the 9th to the 12th. This is definitely going to be positive for you, and it is going to lead to some kind of travels also. Maybe you're planning travels, and you are going to be assigning new job or assignments to the people at the place of work. You're going to be actually redefining the chemistry and the bonding with the people also. Look at the bigger picture. Do not confine yourself to the immediate time, and just enhance yourself from the 12th to the 18th, from the 9th to the 12th. Okay. Then you have from the 12th to the 18th is the time when you will have some decisions that are coming your way at the place of work. This is the time you will have to plan everything at, about your career. Maybe you will be making a major decision during this time. There's a breakthrough, and maybe you will be proposing to the person you have been dating from a long time at the place of work. So, which is very positive again. But yes, you have to maintain cordiality and harmony with the people at the place of work for sure. 18th to 22nd is the time when you can have some complications with your friends, some fight tooth and nail, you can have some ego clashes, some impulse decision you're going to be making. Investments can go wrong. So be careful. 18th to 22nd of February, very precarious time. These 4 days, you have to stay calm. If you go and meet your friends, maybe, you will have some misunderstanding for sure. Do not get into any kind of romantic association. Don't get involved in romance during this time. Don't propose to that person you're dating or you're planning to. So avoid. 22nd to 26th is the time you have to take care of your financials. You might just seclude yourself, isolate yourself. Your behavior patterns can influence the way you assert yourself to the others. You can have lack of sleep. You can have some, ideas that are coming in and you're penning it down. You're going to be actually in that, rejuvenation mode. So take a break. Do not make any decisions related to your financials during that time. 22nd to the 26th. It can be just, a wrong decision and you will regret. Do the Hanuman chants, do the Hanuman Chalisa. That is going to be really helpful. Hanumanji will take you out of all the miseries and pains that you're going through. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. For Aquarius natives, this transit is happening over your 11th house. Venus and Mars are going to be conjunct here, at war. Firstly, it will be in Gandanta, and then will be in that zone. So you have to be really careful about the Gandanta zone to start with. And then the dates I will be giving as well, when you have to be cautious. So you have to be, group activities, cooperative efforts that you have to make. They are the best way to achieve your goals, set your goals right now. Avoid allowing the ego to attempt to dominate others. You can have some people at the place of work who can just fall prey to your ego and your anger, and then there are problems and complications in completing of the tasks. So the project that is there in your hand, just do it with the help of the people. With the you can't do it alone. Your humanitarian impulse may be stimulated, so do for others. This is the time to be charitable. There is something which is required to be focused. So do something which is going to help you improve you as a person during this time. This is giving you an opportunity also. Impulse, if you will be under impulse, under ego, then you will go haywire. You will not be able to make right kind of choices and decisions. Maybe with your friends, the circle that you move around in, you can have some problems and complications. So maybe somebody very close you break up with during this time, and then you regret why, and you're missing that person. So I'm giving you some dates which are going to be little tough dates, and the rest of the dates are perfect. So just go ahead, do things which are not included in this. So 4th to 9th of February, 4 or 5 days, which you have to be really careful about your relationship. You can maybe part ways, or they can be that you have a lot of confusion in your relationship. Some misunderstanding can come up. Do not fall prey to the external forces. Maybe somebody just instigates you and you get instigated and you break up or part ways. Do not get carried away. Be more wise to make decisions. 9 to the 12th is the time when you will have health issues. You have to take care of that. You can be sexually quite charged up and agile. You can have some complications with your in-laws also. So be careful. Do not evade tax. Do not plan anything which is going to be leading to losses. Okay, so do not get carried away in your investments also. This can lead to some kind of complications with your friends and friend circles also, especially on the 9th to the 12th. Okay, 12th to the 18th is the time when you will be traveling, you will be planning everything with your people, looking at the bigger picture. You're maybe going in for some research, or maybe you're going to be initiating some kind of romance. You're writing a book, or you're going to be taking help of your dad to initiate a business. So this is the time, if you have not been thinking of, do it during this time. But yes, enhance your skills. This is a very good time to enhance your skills. 18th to 22nd is a little tough time at the place of work, or maybe, you know, the business that you are involved in, you can have complications with your people at the place of work, or you can feel quite detached, or you're working from home at that time. From the 18th to the 22nd of February, make sure that you do not get carried away by your impulse. Don't let the ego drive you. You can have some clashes with your bosses and the seniors or the co-workers. Otherwise, you know, it will be really tough for you to make decisions later, because this will impact you in the long run. So cut down during this time so that, you know, you improvise on the future time. And lastly, from the 22nd to the 26th is the time when you will be connecting with the people. You will be, because if you have actually done good on the 18th to the 22nd of February, this time is going to give you the good fruits now. Reap the results towards better. 22nd to the 26th, you might just come across somebody, the potential partner you're looking for, or maybe you will be spending a lot of money on your friends' party and all that is happening. So you get going in for some get together also. So quite likely. So for making all the, you know, Mars's transit good, you should do the Hanuman Chalisa, or you should do Hanuman chants also. Om Hanumate Namo Namah. So that is also a very good chant. Okay. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. For Pisces natives, this transit is happening over your 10th house zone. 10th house is what? 10th house is your work, your profession, your career place. You know, you become maybe, you know, self-employed because Mars is Digbali here, or you start your business. This is very favorable for initiation of any kind of project, promotion on cards. This is definitely a very positive place for Mars. So this is going to be a very good time for you. Pisces sign is afflicted by 3 malefics, Saturn, Mars, and Ketu. So take care of your health. Whenever there is affliction over your first house, over your 6th house, 8th house, you should take care of your health. There can be some complications or misunderstanding at the place of work also. So be careful. Definitely, this is going to lead to some newness, something new start, something like that is coming your way. Also, I'm giving you some dates. Be careful, be cautious when you're making decisions related to your work, related to your personal life. From 4th to the 9th, there is a conjunction of Ketu and Mars happening in the Leo sign Navamsa. So you have to be careful about your health at that time. Don't get carried away in your expenditures. There is some lack of, organized way of doing things. So you have to work through that. Do not fall prey to the external forces misleading you. You can have some kind of fitness regime that you can follow. You can work out rather than, just being lazy. So this is the time which is very positive for workouts, for initiation of a fitness regime or any sports activity. 4th to the 9th, but not good for initiation of romance, initiation of any kind of investments, and complications with the co-workers can also happen. So be careful. From 9th to the 12th is the time when you have to be, planning all your investments. This is the time when you will be having some kind of relationship, new relationship, or you can be very active physically involved with a female counterpart or, a male counterpart. Venus and Mars are the male and the female energy. So maybe you will be getting active in your sexual desires. And also from the 12th to the 18th is the time you have to be careful about your health again, because this is the time when you will have a lot of fickle-mindedness, mood swings, you will feel detached, and maybe, you are not going to be making right kind of choices and you regret. So be careful. Investments is a big no-no during this time. Travels is a big no-no. 12th to the 18th, sorry, especially. From 18th to the 22nd is the time when you will be making plans, but they will just fall apart. Any kind of plans, maybe travels, learning something. You pick up a book and you are not able to read it. Quite distracted you will feel. So plan everything well. You look at the bigger picture, maybe some religious activities you'll be doing, performing during this time. The warrior becomes religious. That can happen. So just don't confine yourself to the immediate, immediate events. Think of what is coming your way in the long run. Plan accordingly, invest accordingly. This is the time to lay the foundation for the new beginnings. Visit a spiritual place, a religious place. That is also going to help you enhance your religious you. Do work religiously. Do everything in an organized manner. Be optimistic. Okay, from the 22nd to the 26th of February, this is the time when you will have a lot of workload. Maybe you're heading to a promotion, you get a promotion and you're very elated. That can also happen. And there can be that you are planning your journeys, your advancement, looking at the bigger picture now. You're just thinking of redoing things, completing everything from the scratch. So definitely it is quite possible and it is quite helpful also for you. Okay, so this is it for all the 12 ascendants and the moon signs. So just make a note of the dates, do the Hanuman chants, do the Hanuman Chalisa. Okay, stay blessed everyone. Om Tat Sat.